Hello, Natasha. I'm really great that we have a chance to talk about what you are doing and the way you help people. And if I can share very little about you, is that you have a very long experience in psychotherapy and in psychology. You were helping people in businesses, so you have very long experience in helping people. But in the past, I don't know how many, 10 years,
12.
or even 12 years, you've changed the way you help people and you talk to people. So I would like to hear what the transition was about. Why it doesn't make sense to you to continue with teaching and helping from what you have learned. You have studied so many things, and today you have a different approach. So how did that happen, and why does it make sense to you to teach and help people
Yeah.
from this perspective?
Yeah, I've had my own company for almost 30 years now. And the first 16 years of my career, I was helping people one-to-one and also going into organizations, doing business coaching and business therapy, business psychology. And it was very rewarding. I liked it very much. I liked trying to find out what is wrong with you. And I was like a detective. What is wrong? Where can we find the solutions? And it was interesting. But I also noticed that people would come back again and again and again, week after week. So I would have people often for years in therapy. Then in 2012, I met this new understanding. At the time, it was called the inside out understanding. And I went to a seminar with a man named Michael Neal in London. And I saw a new approach to helping people that I had not seen before. And first, I was struggling to try to figure out what's he doing. Like, I couldn't see any techniques. It looked a little like something I knew, but I was struggling to find out what is he doing. But I was seeing these transformations in people. And so it got me really curious. So it started me on a journey to find out what's this man doing, who else is doing it, and why are they successful? And what I started to realize is that whereas everything I'd done had been based on techniques and methods, there didn't seem to be a technique. It was quite frustrating for me. I was really looking for something to hold on to. What's the recipe? And I started to realize that we were looking in a different direction altogether. We're looking to something that has no grasp. It's difficult to have the theory about it, but it was a felt sense. Even saying that sounds really fluffy, but everyone knows that feeling.
So how was it for you? Because you were trained in so many different directions,
Yeah.
including NLP and
Yes.
psychotherapy,
Yeah.
different modalities, and
Yes.
I probably guess tens of maybe even hundreds. What is your first response to this when you heard that someone is teaching and helping from a completely different perspective? So what how did you see it at that time?
The first thing I started to notice is that in this um, in this understanding, the inside out understanding, the premise is that nothing is wrong with you.
Okay.
Like that was huge. What do you mean nothing is wrong?
Okay.
Right?
And I'm not a psychotherapist, so I haven't trained that.
No.
But how is that different? So is this the common way in psychotherapy? Is this that someone is when is coming to psychotherapy, this is the assumption that the person has some problem or is
Yes.
somehow broken and wrong?
Yes. That's the first thing. Something is wrong with you. And my job as a psychotherapist is to find out what's wrong. Is it through your parents, your upbringing, your personality, your traumas? So I would look to find where is the hurt, where is the damage. And in this way of looking at people, there's nothing wrong. And everything that is creating the problem is coming from thought. And so it was very curious to me.
But thought we've heard this in, as I said, I'm not professional, but cognitive therapy, cognitive
Yeah.
behavioral therapy, it's spoken a lot about thought.
Yes.
In NLP, it's a lot
Yes.
about thought. So
Yeah.
how is this thought different than okay, so let's control my thinking, or let's think positive, let's
Yeah.
reframe things. How is this different?
We're looking in the direction towards that which creates all thinking.
Okay.
It's very different. So personal thinking is where most of these different directions point.
Yes.
Right? You have this thinking about yourself, you think that you're a bad person. Let's change it, let's reframe it. Let's find out where it started and try and change that. Here we don't even go there. We just go, if you see that there is an energy that creates all possibility to think anything, once you see that, you don't have to change it. You simply realize what's doing the creating.
And so how do you help people see that? How is it different in trying to help them change their thinking or looking at their history? So how is it? What is your approach today, and how is it different than it used to be?
First of all, I never have to ask them about their past.
Okay.
There is nothing in the past that will help me share with them what I now know to be true. So that's very different, that I don't have to spend sometimes a long time to find out everything about them. So I can simply start with what's going on right now. And then I help them see what is doing the creating.
Okay. And how's the experience for you? Because it's a profession where people are trying to help other people, and it's not always easy. Their stories can be really difficult, and we know that the burnout rate for psychotherapists and psychiatrists is quite high, one of the highest. So how's the experience for you when you are now looking at it from a different perspective?
Well, first of all, I don't experience burnout anymore. It's very different because I don't have to fix anyone because they're not broken.
But you did in the past when you were a psychotherapist, so you are talking from your experience. So.
Oh yeah, I was stressed. I had burnout. I needed a lot of therapy myself and supervision to get through the days. And
but you were able to help people during that time.
Yes, yeah, it is helpful. It is helpful to reframe. It is helpful to meditate. It is all of those things are helpful, but the changes are small compared to this understanding where I see complete transformations of people.
So tell me about the transformations. How is it again different from what the results of your psychotherapy practice was in the past, and how is it different today? What do you see?
I see that when people realize, first of all, that the past is over, and all that is left now is the way they think about their past. That's huge. The second thing is when people realize that they're not broken, so there's nothing to fix. That transformation is huge in people. That alone changes a lot.
So what do you see in a reality? Like you said that people come for years to psychotherapy, and probably your clients used to come to you, or patients used to come to you. So how different is it today?
Well, now where I used to have people for years, now people come between 1 and 5 sessions usually, and then they don't need to come back. Because they see something, they understand something about how their mind works that completely transforms their lives. It sounds like magic.
That sounds like magic, yeah, because the people who have been studying this, so they try many different methods, and there are cases probably that are really difficult, and people try to find new psychologists, psychiatrists, etc. And suddenly, you with your experience and knowing what you were doing and being able to help people, suddenly this is a very dramatic change from years to 1 to 5 sessions. And is it something that's, I don't know, the people you help them fix a problem, and but they afterwards they find someone else, or is it something that really, when people see this, that it's such a shift that it stays with the people?
there are two fundamental things that I point to when I speak with people now. One is that I help people understand what creates their experience. That it's these powers of thought, mind, and consciousness that create all experience. That's the one thing, that we're living in a thought created reality. And the second one is I point to something inside that is completely whole. I help them see who they are in essence.
So if you could come to you when you were starting with psychotherapy and you were motivated by trying to help people, so what would your recommendation, or what would you tell yourself, or and in this respect, what is there something you could tell and offer or suggest to people who really try to help using methods, etc.? Is there something that you would like to tell to yourself, I don't know, 20, 25, 30 years ago? Is there a message that you would have?
Well, the message is that there is no mistakes. I don't regret a single year or a single session that I've had. But what I'm seeing now is just so much easier. It's so much more transformational. And to be able to help people see something that helps not just one area of life, but all areas of life. Like I'll speak to somebody about how their mind works, and then they'll tell me the next time, oh, but my relationship changed. Oh, but I'm not addicted to drugs anymore. And it's like, we didn't even talk about that. They see something that helps all areas of life. That is amazing.
So what I'm hearing in that is hope, at least
Yeah.
that there is something to hope for, to look for. Not, I'm not hearing you trying to convince someone
No.
that there is the right way and
No.
what everyone else is doing is the wrong way. But
No.
I see that you've changed the way you do it. You have
Yeah.
your experience and you
Yeah.
see the results. So
Yeah.
that is amazing.
When you see something that is so much more effective than anything you've ever done,
Yeah.
why would you ever go back?
Yeah. Yeah. So Natasha, thank you very much
You're
for
welcome, Martin.
our little conversation,
Yeah.
and I hope that we will have more chance to go maybe even deeper.
I'd love
And
that.
it would be great to have more people who are already trying and they have hard job, or
Yeah.
it is a difficult experience, and to show them that they can look in a different direction, and hopefully they will see something similar as you did, and
Yeah.
their own level of burnout, their ability to help other people will shift the way the same way that it did for you. So thank you very much for what you are doing, and thank
Thank
you
you.
very much for being willing to talk to me. Okay,
Thank you, Martin.
thank you.